welcome to season 2,
episode 4
of the Unedited Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm your host, Emmanuel.
and I'm your co-host Daniel.
Man, this is a rough show today, man. Rough show.
Rough show. Why would it be a rough show? Why would it be a rough show?
Why are you so happy over there, man?
You know I gotta be happy.
Why are you so happy over there, man?
Listen. Great week for Daniel.
That's selfish, man.
I don't know if I should.
That's selfish.
I don't know.
We're
if,
supposed to be a team here.
You're
That's
right.
Selfish.
You're right. But I don't know if I can, say the same for you. I don't know if I can say the same for you.
Like I said, we're supposed to be a team. That's selfish, man.
You're right.
When I hurt, you're supposed to hurt, man.
And everything else but fantasy football.
Oh, wow.
But fantasy football.
Wow. Well, for those of you who don't know, I know we talked about it last week. And let's just get it out the way. I wanted that's the first slide. Let's get it out the way. No Joe on the other side of the glass. Rob Jones in his absence. Yes, in our home league, the QWL, I got demolished. I got demolished.
Is that the term that you want to use?
Why are you cheesing over there so hard, man?
But I don't know if that's the term that you want to use.
Nah, I got demolished. Putting up only 65 points is an embarrassment. It's unacceptable.
It is.
And as a result of that, I made moves to my team. I would never want to see 65 again on my team. Never. I'll let you talk about it, Dino. Go ahead. You can read off that score.
As everybody can see.
Well, there's some people just only on audio.
Oh, you're right. You're right. So, I don't know. Changed my name. It's the one thing I did. That's the newest thing. And that says 94.
What's the name?
Long live Nick. It's always going to be that. It's going to be that forever.
Great name.
It's always going to be that forever.
Mm-hmm.
That says 94.96. I would say so. And you scored 65 points. So I did win 94 to 65.
I put up 65 points.
65 points.
I put up 65 points.
65 points.
In a fantasy football game. No excuses. You won. You beat me. But that's why they play the game. We have 14 of these. Not going to win them all, but this one probably hurts the most. I'm not supposed to lose that game, man. I'm not supposed to lose that game.
Most.
I'm not supposed to lose it. Show bragging, right?
Wait.
No disrespect to you. No disrespect.
Okay,
You're great at what you do.
Okay, thank you. I was about to
I'm
say,
talking about our first. No. I'm talking about our first ever show bragging rights game.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
That's what I mean.
I see what
no
you're
disrespect.
saying.
You know what you're doing, man. You know football. You know what you're doing.
Man. Thank you.
But our first ever show bragging rights game, and to not even put up a fight, and it all started with a bad omen, losing my number 1 overall pick.
Yes.
Mr. Christian McCaffrey to a hamstring injury.
Yes. Which is unfortunate. Very
unfortunate.
Because he was on his way. He was on his way to a 40-point game.
But brighter days are to come now that I got Mr. Loverman, Chuba, on my team. I had to pick him up.
Okay.
So I picked him up now. So Chuba Hubbard, however you pronounce his name, I was able to get him on waivers. So he's not McCaffrey, but I do remember what Mike Davis did last year in McCaffrey's absence. So if he can be that for 2-3 weeks.
So that's what you're expecting. Like you're expecting Mike Davis.
I put up 65 points. That's what I'm hoping, man. It's not an expectation anymore. Okay. When you put up 65 points, you don't have expectations. You have hopes and prayers and wishes.
Okay.
That's what you have now. So the floor is yours, man. You can gloat. Right. You can do your thing.
We're gonna. I'm not the gloating type.
My man, you came on here cheesing, smiling from ear to ear. You're not the gloating type,
I am
man.
not the gloating type. But we're gonna start off with the QB play. It's You're
gonna break down position by position.
No,
we never do that. Now you're gonna do that. Come on, man.
I wasn't going to, but
do your thing. You won. You can do your thing. Go ahead.
Kirk Cousins.
Mm-hmm.
Top 10 fantasy quarterback right now.
He is.
If he's on waivers, if he's whatever you want to call it, he's on fire right now.
He is on fire.
I expect more from Matt, and I'm gonna say it. When I seen your draft, I seen Matt Ryan. I seen Calvin Ridley. Of course, McCaffrey does what McCaffrey does. He deserves that number 1 pick. Godwin, and we're gonna get more down to your team. I didn't see Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan looks terrible. Atlanta offense looks terrible.
It is.
But Matt Ryan, but it's Matt Ryan's at fault there.
And against the lowly Giants. My lowly Giants, man.
Yeah.
Like, that hurts more. Like, if the Giants are going to lose, which they did lose to the Falcons 17-14, at least let Matt Ryan and Calvin Ridley light them up, you know?
Yeah, that
Don't lose and Matt Ryan and Calvin Ridley still not produce. They combined for what, 22 points?
just around them. And
22 points? That's supposed to be each of them.
everybody,
Well, at least Calvin Ridley.
everybody
Matt
thought
Ryan.
everybody thought it was going to be a shootout. Look, Saquon Barkley had his best day. 18 points. That's his best day.
You should be worried about that.
He ran-
You
Let's say
should be worried about that.
I think he had 13 attempts for 51 yards and a 1-yard touchdown.
1-yard touchdown dive.
But I think he had over 100 scrimmage yards. I think he did. So it's a start. Listen, as everybody, some may see, some
Yeah.
some are just on audio.
Mm-hmm.
This title is Panic or Patience.
Are you panicking?
I'm not panicking on Saquon Barkley. I'm being very patient. This is going to be week 4, and 18 points is okay. It's all right.
You don't want.
It's all right.
You don't want okay from Saquon Barkley.
No, you're right. You want greatness. And
You don't want okay.
even from week 1, I thought, I was expecting 20, 25, 30. But
more worrisome right now than Saquon Barkley. Well, we know the reason for his is coming back from injury. Tyreek Hill, man.
okay. Yes.
Is it time to press that panic button? This is 2 straight weeks of under 10 fantasy points.
Yeah. We're here to keep it real.
Yep.
I am panicking.
As you should.
I am panicking.
As you should.
Tyreek Hill, I gotta get more. I don't listen. Everybody would like to say, "Hey, I want that 40-point game from week 1," but no, I don't. I don't want to be that greedy.
Yeah. Just give me a steady 20.
Let me get a steady 20.
Steady 20?
Let me get a steady
Still a little
20.
greedy, but yeah, I get what you mean.
Terry McLaurin, okay. They was getting blown out. Bills just,
But even in a blowout, you still want more than
I
8. You
expect
think
more.
garbage touches.
You're
like,
right.
The game script called
And
for him to have a better game than 8 points.
And that's why, you know what? I actually thought I was going to lose.
As you should have coming into the week.
No. Not thinking about coming into the week.
Oh, my gosh.
On the Sunday, even after we seen Christian McCaffrey putting up 5 points, I still was like, whoa, there's a chance I could lose this game.
As there should have been a very good chance that you should have lost this game.
The only person that I can say that sat here and performed well for me this week, Kirk Cousins. That's
enough. He was enough.
it. 26 points was enough.
He was enough. Like,
You're right.
what did my team score? Only 39 more points than Kirk Cousins by himself? Like,
Yeah.
come on. What is that? As you could scroll down to the next slide, and I see my highest scorer, I believe, was Travis Kelce. He's been holding me down. Travis Kelce is
He's a
stud.
monster.
He's a stud at 17 points. But the rest of my team, Rondell Moore.
Bad week.
Rondell Moore, that guy that I
Bad
pounded
week.
the table for.
Wrong week.
I put him in a lineup. The man gives me under 2 points. Debo Samuel, he was the league leader in receiving yards coming into the week, gives me 7 points. And by the time Zerline played, I'd already lost. So I'm not really going too crazy of him missing an extra point. But his 3 points does nothing for me. And then more disappointing than any player on my team. Well, maybe not more disappointing than Matt Ryan, but second is the Washington football team defense.
Yes.
All right. Did I have high expectations against Buffalo? No. But a -9.
That cannot happen. That
Unacceptable. Unacceptable. So,
and especially all the hype, all the expectations, especially that we said that this was the second or third best defense fantasy
it
wise.
was all supposed to be based on the front four, but I'm not seeing the
Chase
pressure.
Young,
Chase Young,
Montez Sweat,
the
Deron
2 Bama
Payne.
boys. I'm not seeing anything from them, man. They had the rookie linebacker that we spoke about, Davis.
Yes.
I'm not seeing it, guys. I
even
did,
William Jackson.
in all honesty, I still have them this week because they are playing against the Atlanta Falcons. So one way or another, I'm getting the points. I'm going to cancel out whether if Matt Ryan does well, I'm getting those points. If Washington sacks him, it's just flat lines. I'm not really losing
and
anything.
You're not dropping this defense.
Oh, you can drop this defense. This is strictly based on the matchup that I'm keeping this defense. Only reason.
So
only reason.
Even in a 14-team league.
Only reason is based on that the Atlanta Falcons are so bad. But I look at
You have no patience. I'm gonna keep referring panic or patience.
I give them 3 weeks and they stink. They stink.
You're right.
They stink. But
so
I'm gonna ride out with them one more week. I know people. Why are you playing your defense against certain? Because if Matt Ryan throws a pick,
you're fine with that. You're fine with that.
It evens out. It's a flat line. It's a 0 for me. It's -2 for Matt Ryan, +2 for Washington. Yes. The play never happened. The play doesn't exist. Okay. I'm not losing anything. You see, that's the way I think about it.
And quickly, that's one thing that I never really, playing fantasy early, I never understood why some people, they would have a defense that's going up against a quarterback. And now, I mean, hey.
It's not really a negative play, I guess. It's like the play just cancels out. Yeah, so that's my mindset on it. I know other people probably don't believe in that. It is what it is, but that's what I'm rolling with this week. And like again, all right, let me pick my spirits up.
Go ahead.
I've been salty, but good win, Dino.
Thank you,
good win, man. Good win. You earned it. You deserved it. I'm not gonna say 94 points is you still need work, but when your opponent only puts up 65,
how much more work
you take? You just got to be who's in front of you. You just got to be who's in front of you.
That's it.
Move on to the next week.
That's all that matters.
So good win for Dino. He's 1-0 in the show bragging rights.
Let me sit up a little bit,
man. But I'll see you again, hopefully in the playoffs where it matters.
We will see each other
in the playoffs. Hopefully where it matters. I won't see you again in the regular season. Everybody knows it's going to reset, so I'll probably play my week 1 opponent. So the next time we will possibly meet is in the playoffs, where I will get my revenge. And on to the recap of Sunday. Big slate of games. Again, no buys have happened yet. So all 32 teams were in action. 16 games. We started off with the Thursday game, which we touched on a little bit, but mainly because of McCaffrey. He's really the only thing that came about. Well, you could talk Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold looked pretty good. DJ Moore.
DJ Moore got all the targets, man. All the targets when McCaffrey went out. Even when McCaffrey was in there, DJ Moore was getting all the targets. I think he had over 100 yards receiving in the first half.
I think I think by the end of the first quarter, at the start of the second quarter,
by the
he
start
had over 100 yards.
Yeah. So DJ Moore's looking like a bona fide.
Do we even want to talk about who did they play? They went up against Houston Texans.
No, we don't want to talk about Houston.
You know what?
No,
I'm going to bring up one name. No, sorry.
No.
I'm going to bring
Brandon
up
Cooks.
Brandon Cooks. That's
Mr. Disrespected.
Brandon
keeps getting traded, but there's a reason why he's always getting traded for first round picks. Cause in real life, in real life, he keeps getting traded for first round picks because he's
valuable.
He's valuable, but once the team has him, I guess they lose. They lose sight of why they traded for him when another team sees it, and they end up giving up a first round pick for him. So let's see what Brandon Cook will end up. He probably gets traded before the trade deadline, hopefully.
Of course.
I'm not going to say probably. Hopefully he gets traded before the trade deadline.
To the Chiefs?
But they just picked up the guy who we spoke.
Yeah.
Good thing you mentioned this. And the Chiefs are going to be the first game we're going to talk about. But what did we say? Those guys that you got to stay away from. But anytime you hear his name, people just can't resist. Mr. Josh Gordon.
Josh Gordon.
Reinstated, signed with the Chiefs. Do you recommend people go pick him up on the waiver wire?
I don't think, I don't.
No.
I don't.
No.
Even Andy Reid said it's good. Even Andy Reid said it's going to take him.
I'll answer for you.
Go ahead. No. You're right.
Is he better than Mecole Hardman and Pringle? Absolutely. But how long are we going to keep holding on to, was it 2014 or 2013 when he led the league in receiving? Come on, guys. What other player do we hold on to 1 year?
It's only him.
What other player do we hold on to 1 year of greatness?
It's only him. He's the only one.
Time to let it go, man. Time to let it go. But he's not. How we say he's not good. He is not good. He's not. If that makes sense. He's good, but stay away from him, guys. It's a trap. It's a trap.
I'm just thankful that hopefully he opens up some type of this is me being a Tyreek Hill fan.
That man. I don't even know if he's that. I don't even know if
I need something. I need something from Tyreek Hill. I don't even know
if he's that. But now on to Chargers Chiefs. Has the Chiefs offense been figured out?
I think so. I really do. It's just,
is the offense figured out, or did we underrate the Chargers defense? Is the Chargers defense good? Is it bad Chiefs offense last week or good Chargers defense?
Bad. Two things can be true. Two things could be true. That Chargers defense is an upgrade. Derwin James is back.
Yep.
Kenneth Murray. Those guys, the head coach got them playing hard. The Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes is at fault. That throw to Kelsey, it's a no look.
Yeah,
it's a no look.
Was it to Kelsey?
No,
the
it's
other
actually
tight-
two of them. It's actually
the
two
one,
of them.
but that one, the tight end should have caught it.
Yes,
though.
the tight end
Slightly
should have caught
behind
it,
him, slightly
but it's a
behind him,
no-look.
but it bounced off and was intercepted.
The pass to Travis Kelce, it just floated. I think
Yeah.
it floated an extra 5 yards.
Yeah,
Everybody's philosophy to beat the Chiefs is let Travis Kelce do what Travis Kelce does.
and
He's the
eliminated
number
everyone else.
one tight end by far. I would think by far.
We disrespect. And we tell truth when he's bad, but CH had 100 yards.
CH
so
did
we
have
have to
100
talk about
yards.
that.
We have to talk
it's
about
not
that.
sustainable, but again, good game, CH. I guess we have
Great
to.
game. Great game.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that. Let's talk. Mike Williams,
Monster.
monster. He gets the monster title.
These
Mike Williams contract year. That's what I say.
okay.
That's what I say.
You're right. And
whatever the reason is, hey, whatever the reason is, fantasy managers don't care about that. He's playing great. You take it, you run with it.
Yes.
Right now, is he a better receiver to manage than Keenan Allen? Would you rather have Mike Williams or Keenan Allen?
No.
Take the name out of it. We'll talk about strictly week in and week out production.
No. And then I'll tell you this, and you know what I'll tell you.
All right.
He's one nick, little injury.
Everyone is, though.
No, you're right.
Everyone is. Everyone is.
But
let's keep injuries out of it. Let's keep
Okay.
injuries just what they're doing on the field right now. Would you rather week in and week out have Mike Williams or Keenan Allen?
I'm gonna take. You know what? I'm gonna take Mike Williams. Like you just those big plays that he can get.
Yep.
Those big plays that he can get.
Mm-hmm.
Those bombs. Those fade routes, which they won off of a fade route to Mike Williams against Hughes. Against
Fantasy is the master of prison of the moment. That's
exactly
what it is. That's what it is. And it can be right. Like the Mike Williams answer can be right.
Yes.
It can be right. So who would I rather have? Mike Williams or Keenan Allen? I love me some Keenan Allen, but right now I think you gotta give me Mike Dub. You gotta give me Mike Williams right now over Keenan Allen.
And I had Keenan Allen earlier. Mm-hmm. I had him week 1. He played well.
You immediately traded him.
I traded him for.
You immediately traded
for Kirk Cousins.
I know, I get it, but you immediately traded him though. So
I did.
Would you have done that with Mike Williams?
Oh, no.
I mean, we didn't know he's gonna be this, but that's what I'm saying. Like right now, I think you would be regretting trading Mike Williams a whole lot more than you.
Yeah.
You don't even regret trading Keenan Allen right now.
I don't.
But if you traded Mike Williams and brought back that, you'd be like, could I've gotten a little bit more back?
You're right.
But Justin Herbert, solid.
Yeah,
that's the word. Like
Austin Eckler, I don't even know. I can't off the top of my head. I can't tell you exactly his numbers. I don't even know if he even got into the to the end zone. I don't even think he got into the end zone. I'm not sure. I don't know. So don't kill me. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But from where people drafted him,
we need more, bro.
You need more.
That was the theme of last week. We need more, bro. So Austin Eckler fits that mold. But now we move on real quick. Let's do a little rapid fire on some of these games. Cardinals, Jaguars.
Kyler Murray, monster.
The stud.
DeAndre Hopkins, messed up ribs.
My man, how do we go from... Hold on.
Go ahead.
I know I said rapid, but we go from DeAndre Hopkins and Rondell Moore.
Yes.
2 weeks ago. Those guys running the show.
Yes.
D-Hop scored a touchdown. Didn't do much really after that, but Rondell Moore having the game of his life, 7 catches for over 100 yards and a touchdown.
2. 2. Go ahead. What's it?
To the Christian Kirk and AJ Green show. Those guys both had over 100 yards. Are you kidding me?
Do you know what I think? I think Cliff Kingsbury knew you were going to play Rondell Moore.
I think he did.
And was like, Christian Kirk. There we go.
Okie doke, man.
There we go.
So now, Rondell Moore, sadly, not even sadly, like I put my faith in you. You bombed. You put up 2 points. You got to prove it to me again, bro. So you hitting that bench. Jaguars.
James Robinson had a decent game.
Trevor Lawrence, panic. Real life and fantasy. Panic. I know he's young. Panic. All these rookie quarterbacks, none of them look good. And we're going to talk about another one soon. But that's actually the next game.
There we go.
Justin Fields, man. I believe he was personally set up. This was a bad way to.
It's bad.
This Browns defense is really good, man. I get everybody. If he would have started week 1, he would have played the Rams. But yeah, he would have got in that game, and by now his legs would have been a little bit more under him. So you start him week 1, and you let him take his lumps, and you see what you got.
Bears offense stinks. Didn't look good. Montgomery didn't look good. Allen Robinson, Mr. Consistent again.
The Bears and Allen Robinson is a guy who has played with terrible quarterbacks, and he's looked bad.
Mitchell Trubisky made Allen Robinson look.
Well, no. Allen Robinson.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am.
Rewind that one.
Allen Robinson, if you're listening, I am sorry for saying that.
I apologize to that man. Yeah.
But how much fantasy points did he have this week? 2, 3, 4?
Was it even 4?
I don't know.
Was it even 4?
We don't have him off the top.
Yeah,
of
was
our
it
head,
even 4? That's not good.
That's
not good. And coming to Cleveland, like their fantasy output wasn't all that much better.
Odell Beckham had a good game. I think he had 6 for 77. That's a good start.
That's solid. But for Odell, man, like the bar just gotten so low for him. We'll be happy when he has a 70-yard game.
For me and you, yes, I think that the bar is set that low. For others, I don't think so. I think they still look at Odell as a top 5, top 10 wide receiver, which he is definitely not.
No, we know he's not that. But that's the thing.
I'm going to keep saying we know that.
Yeah.
There's still people out there setting up
wants him to be Giants
Odell. And sadly to say, it's just not.
You're not going to ever get that again.
Kareem Hunt had a good game.
I know he scored a touchdown. Nice. What did a bonus play touchdown? What's it about?
I'm not sure.
Maybe 40. Maybe slightly under 40. I believe it was like 34-yard touchdown. Where was Nick Chubb at on that run? It would have felt a whole lot better if it was Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
Instead of Kareem Hunt. I don't know how many people have Kareem Hunt actually in their starting lineup. Is he a starting flex? To me, he's not. But
no, he's not.
I mean, to those of you that did have him in your lineup, kudos to you for that play. And now we move on to Washington and Buffalo. We already spoke about the despicable Washington performance on defense and a despicable performance by Terry McLaurin. So we can just talk. Well, we had Antonio Gibson side, and a lot of people were hitting the panic button on him last week. I'm not going to sit here and say he had a great game. He did have a long touchdown.
He had a 73-yard he caught a pass for 73 yards.
You don't care how the points come. You just want the points. But you would prefer a more steady diet of him as opposed to just the big play to feel better about him. So I think he's still a little bit on the fence about him. Buffalo was great. Josh Allen was great.
Emmanuel Sanders.
We were a week too early on him. We said to get him 2 weeks ago for not Sunday that just passed, the previous Sunday. We were a week early on that. We apologize. But hopefully, if you did pick him up, you didn't cut him.
Yes.
You probably didn't play him last week, but now you know that you have a safe play week in and week out as a flex.
Quick question for you before we move on. Mm-hmm. Panic or patience on Stephon Diggs?
I think you're still patient on him. Like, he was just so good last year. You're patient with this guy, man. You're patient with this guy. Him and Josh Allen had such a good rapport last year. They're going to get it back, and they're going to reconnect the way they did last year. Well, we lead the league in receiving yards and touchdowns like he did. No, he didn't lead in touchdowns. I mean, catches and receiving yards like he did last year. No. But will he be as good as he was in Minnesota? Yes. Better, yeah. He won't be what he was last year, but he will be the Stephon Diggs that we have been used to 2 of the previous 3 years, if you get what I'm saying. So, So, on to the next game. Colts and the Titans. Nothing to speak about with the Colts. Colts offense. I've been using Colts offense. I don't want to say sucks, but they stink. I'll say they stink.
Yes.
Carson Wentz tried to gut it out on the 2 bum ankles. Marlon Mack not in the lineup because of the fact that there's rumors around that he's going to be traded. Will he be traded? Hopefully it's not San Francisco. That does not work, man. It doesn't work. Too crowded.
Way too crowded.
Hopefully not Baltimore. That's too crowded. If this man wants to have his most fantasy value, forget what team that he can help.
I think I know.
His most You're not going to listen to what I'm saying. You're not going to hear. Yeah. Marlon Mack's most fantasy value is as a New York Jet.
Ooh.
He will walk in and immediately be the starter on the New York Jets.
I was thinking Atlanta, but they paid I get it. They have Mike Davis.
Cordell Patterson is that guy.
I don't know. You're right. The Jets.
The New York Jets will give him his most fantasy value. That's not the team that's going to trade for him. It's not the team that's going to trade for him, but that's the team that I hope he goes from there's a fantasy show. From a fantasy standpoint, he will go and immediately start over Carter.
Yes.
Ty Johnson.
Yes.
Tevin Coleman. Like, Get those guys out of here, man. Bring him Marlon Mack. He's only 25. Hard to believe he's only 25, man. It feels like he's been around longer and a lot older than that. But Jets go make that move. Titans, Derrick Henry, great.
AJ Brown,
hurt. Yeah.
Julio Jones, hurt.
Time to panic on AJ Brown, Ryan Tannehill.
Yes,
both.
AJ Brown, yes. Well, you know what? I'm gonna say Tannehill also because
both.
Yes. Time to panic on Jonathan Taylor. Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
And one person that doesn't bring fantasy value, but brings value to the Colts, Quentin Nelson.
Oh, that's a huge loss.
That's a huge loss.
Huge loss. So, Jonathan Taylor, if you got him, I'm not sure what you get for him, but sell.
Yes.
Sell.
You gotta sell.
I'm not even gonna sit here and say sell high because I don't even know what high is for him right now.
It's not. You're gonna have to.
We had a trade in our league earlier, and what Jonathan Taylor traded for Aaron Jones. That trade is looking real lopsided about now. So
it is.
What quality back do you think? If you just wanted a straight up man to man trade, not even let's just say a different position. I'm offering you Jonathan Taylor. What kind of receiver back could I get? Forget a running back because it's hard to say running back for running back. What caliber receiver? Yeah, I'm giving you Jonathan Taylor. What are you giving me back?
Ooh, one person that came to my head instantly was Mike Evans. Instantly came to me was Mike Evans.
Mike Evans for Jonathan Taylor. I guess
it's too up and down. You never know.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown is back this week.
Yeah.
You just never know. And with Jonathan Taylor, you won't never know.
Yeah. You won't never know. You'll never know. So I hear you on that trade. So all Jonathan Taylor owners go to the Mike Evans Jonathan Taylor managers, sorry. Go to the Mike Evans manager and offer that trade and see what happens, In
our league though.
That won't happen.
It's not happening.
That's definitely not going to happen. Because these guys are actually the two guys that traded Aaron Jones for him. Yes. So he's not going to go back.
It's not happening. No. But in other leagues, you can try.
Yeah. So next game, Saints and Patriots.
Snooze fest.
It was.
Snooze fest.
It was. It really was. Patriots, nothing to speak of. Mac Jones.
Nothing to speak of.
Good. I mean, fantasy-wise, he's not good. He's not good.
Jonnu Smith, nothing to speak of. Hunter Henry,
my goodness,
nothing
caused
to
a
speak
pick
of.
six. And Jameis playing solid quarterback, but not what you want from fantasy, man. He's playing too safe. Come on, James. I know you want to keep the spot, but I need reckless Jameis. I actually recently made a trade for I need reckless Jameis. I don't care if you throw 3 picks like you did in Tampa week in and week out, because with those 3 picks, we're coming 4 touchdowns and 300 yards. I need reckless Jameis. Taysom Hill is not taking that spot. He's not good enough to play quarterback week in and week out on a football team. Jameis, you can play, but my saving grace.
Go ahead.
When all is down, you look in that schedule and see that the New Orleans Saints, who's coming into town? The New York Football Giants, and all is right with the world. So, Jameis, I fully expect you to be the quarterback on the DINO'S list after you throw for 350 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, rush for another 26 yards, and have a rushing touchdown.
Whoa.
You heard it. You heard it here first. I need that. And I need it, and it will happen.
Okay.
Kamara with a receiving touchdown. Did he do much besides that?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. So on to the next slide. The Giants.
This was before you go, this was supposed to be the shootout of the week.
And
Falcons
it turned into a
snooze fest again.
Well, field goal at the end, barn burner. Field goal at the end. That cool.
That's for Giants fans, Falcons fans. We're not fantasy. We don't care about none of that.
No, this game was terrible.
This was supposed to be Daniel Jones.
This game was terrible. As guys who have Matt Ryan, Calvin Ridley versus Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley, this game sucked.
It did.
It sucked. There's no other way to put it. My Falcons panic, yes. I think did I say that earlier in the show? I'm not sure if I did, but Matt Ryan, Calvin Ridley. I am hitting that panic button. I'm hitting the panic button.
You're going to hit the panic button?
I'm keeping them, but I'm hitting the panic button. Your Giants, Daniel Jones, you okay?
Flex quarterback in our league.
At best,
he's a flex quarterback.
But for regular traditional leagues,
there's no way.
That, man.
There's no way.
That's all to talk about that game. I don't even want to talk about the Giants anymore. Bengals, Steelers, Big Ben. Yeah, you're getting a lot of applause today.
man.
You were right about that.
Thank you,
People who don't know why I'm clapping, you can look at
Thank
past
you.
episodes.
Thank you.
Dino was one of the first to
Thank
say
you.
that Big Ben was done, and he is absolutely,
He's holding them back.
positively one. I mean, but what's the other option? Dwayne Haskins, Mason
Listen,
Rudolph.
give me Cam. Give me Cam.
Give you Cam.
Give me Cam.
Can't.
Give me Cam.
We're not going to make it about that.
We're not.
Cam will not be on a football team until he gets those shots.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
that's the
You're
reason
right.
why Cam is not on the roster.
Okay.
When Cam gets those shots, vaccine shots, of course.
Yes.
Then Cam will
He's
be on
gonna
the
be on
team.
a roster.
That's the reason
Okay.
why he is not on the football roster. We
All
know
right.
that. We know it because there are not 64 quarterbacks on this walking this plane that's better than Cam Newton. So we know that. So Cam, I'm not telling you what to do. But if you want to play in the NFL, you know what you need to do.
Yes.
We leave it like that? That's a fair way to put it?
It's a fair way to put it.
So, Najee, I believe 12 catches?
Yes.
Something like that? Over 100 yards in receiving. Still need more on the ground. I know we asking for a lot. I know every
We
week
are.
we come and say, Najee, we need you had a game. So I'm not
You
gonna
did.
knock you. I'm not gonna knock what you did. Good game, Najee. Bengals, they had no T. Higgins.
No T. Higgins. Tyler Boyd.
On one of the most flukiest touchdowns. You got bumped into the end zone. Like, come on, pinball into the end zone? Really?
I'm gonna say this. No T. Higgins again, and today's Wednesday. We're shooting this. Today's Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll talk about the Thursday.
We're gonna
preview.
talk
Yeah.
about that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but Tyler Boyd, if he's there, and if you need him as a flex play,
Insert them in your lineup?
insert him.
That's your advice to the people?
He's gonna be in my lineup. He's playing. I'm not moving him. He's playing this week for me.
Well, you're saying that now, but we're going to see fully next week when we do the same exact show to see whether you won or lost. If he's in your lineup, you're saying it right now, but we'll see.
He's gonna
the
be
truth
there.
will be told next week when we film this exact same show, the recap show. So you're letting the world know that you're starting Tyler Boyd. So there's no looking back.
No looking back.
No looking back.
100%.
100% starting him on Thursday Night Football against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yes.
Okay.
You know why? You know why? Since everybody's out here calling out their stats, you know what? I'm gonna say it. How am I gonna say it? Give me 7 for 90. 7 for 90 and 2 TDs.
7 for 90 and 2.
7 for 90 and 2 TDs. Joe Burrow and him's gonna connect for 2 touchdowns this week. On Thursday night.
7 for 90 and 2.
7 for 90 and 2.
From your lips to whoever you believe in's ears.
There you go.
So, I mean, I disagree, but
Okay.
I mean, I also thought I was going to beat you last week, so I've
You
been
did.
wrong before. So, I mean,
Hey.
like I said, this shouldn't be Panic a Page. It should be Dino's bragging rights show, you know? Dino's bragging rights show. But anything else to talk about Joe Burrow? You good?
Yeah,
Must start on Thursday? I know we'll talk more about the quick Thursday,
for
but
two quarterback
in
leagues,
essence of saving time because trying to
as a flex QB, yes.
a lot of people don't have the super. So just a regular 12. Is he 12-team league? Are you starting Joe Burrow? With the match, is the matchup juicy enough to start Joe Burrow against the Jacksonville Jaguars?
I would feel better if it was against the Jets. Against the Jaguars, I just don't know. I just don't know.
I mean, Tyrod looked great against the Jaguars.
Okay.
Sam Darnold looked great against the Jaguars.
Start him.
Kyler Murray looked great against the Jaguars.
But Kyler Murray,
I get it, but the other two.
you're right.
The other two.
You're right.
No. Kyler Murray. Yeah, Kyler Murray played them last. Yeah.
Tyrod Taylor played.
So I'm wrong. I'm wrong about Sam Darnold. So who did they play again? No, hold on. No. I gotta get this right.
You have to get it right
I gotta get this right.
because we're putting you on the spot.
Yeah. I'm trying to blank on who they played. Week 1 was the Texans.
Week 1 was the Texans.
Week 2.
They lost to somebody.
Of course they lost to somebody. This is Jaguars. Of course
lose.
they lose, but it's gonna come back to me. It's gonna come back to me. But I'm thinking Sam Darnold. I'm sorry. He was the Texans, Jets, and some other team. Forget this part.
Forget that.
This part never happened on the show. So on the next game, Ravens and Lions.
The Broncos. Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater.
Thank you for that.
There we go.
Thank you. So Teddy B. So Ravens and Lions.
TJ Hawkinson smash.
You didn't need him. You didn't need him.
I didn't need him, but I know other people did. Others did need him.
Others needed him. Not time to panic yet. Lamar Jackson.
He didn't have the, you probably think more Swift. DeAndre Swift.
Is DeAndre Swift a must start week in and week out?
Yes. And my friend my friend and I, we were speaking about that. Spencer, quick shout out.
Shout out to Spence.
Because I do have DeAndre Swift in another league. I did not play him. I played Cortland Sutton, and he told me, he's like, hey, I think Swift is going to be matchup proof. You have to start him.
Matchup proof.
You're going to have to.
Has he moved into that category?
Because he gets it on the ground and he catches
what
passes.
Happened to the world where Jamal Williams was going to...
Everybody was on the Jamal Williams hype train. And
Jamal Williams has been good. But
no, he
hasn't been enough
to.
You know what this is equal to? Honestly, this is kind of like the Brown situation where they have a viable running back, but Kareem Hunt is not enough to scare you away from Chubb.
Yeah.
Jamal Williams is not enough to scare you away from Swift. Nah, he's not. He's not. I mean, it's early. I never thought I would make that comparison. I'm not comparing.
No, you're not.
Swift to Chubb. I'm comparing situations only, people.
Yes.
Situations only. And the Jamal Williams being behind Swift is not enough to scare me from starting DeAndre Swift for confidence in my lineups.
Yeah.
I don't have any shares of him anywhere. I'm just saying in general, if I did have him, I would play him with confidence.
Yes. And I'm going to bring up this one last thing. Kickers, Justin Tucker. Wow.
Kickers matter, man.
Kickers matter. 66-yarder?
Especially in those leagues where anything over 50 counts as 4 points. Some leagues 5 points. Those points add up.
They do.
Those points add up. So 66-yard field, even though it probably shouldn't have happened because the play before that should have been a delayed game, but that's neither here nor there. We're not here to blame the refs, but the clock was clearly at 0.
Yes.
The play before. But also, the play before that, the Lions shouldn't have gave up a 4th and 19.
No,
a deep pass to, I believe, Sammy Watkins.
Yep.
Hollywood Brown drops. The drops.
Lamar Jackson should have had a way better game than that.
Lamar, yeah, you're right. He should have had a better game. Hollywood Brown with apparent 2 blatant TD drop passes that would have been TDs.
And that's the thing, man. That's the thing about Marquise Brown. He has great games. He gives you these games where it's like, whoa.
Yeah. But the great game make you remember that and make you have to put him in your lineup. I normally say it does, but with this guy,
you don't know.
He has to give you back-to-back games before you even think about playing him in your lineup.
And don't you have?
He came along and we don't always want to personalize it, and always talk about this particular league. But I did make a trade this week in which I traded away my Colts stack of Carson Wentz and Michael Pittman and brought back Jameis Winston and Hollywood Brown. My trade is more of an upside kind of deal. Those Colts were probably never going to see the light of day in my lineup. If I'm being honest, they weren't. So
I thought Carson Wentz was going to be better than that.
So now I have a little bit more flexibility in the lineup.
There you go. That's all you need.
So that's what you really look for. Hopefully more upside. Whereas I probably gave up the steadier, floor, I guess you want to call it. I think the ceiling that I traded for is a lot higher than what I gave up. So we want to move on to the next slide. No Joe, as we're going to try to speed this along. Wow, there's a lot more games, but Jets Broncos not really much to speak of on the Jets side. Zach Wilson
Williams with a touchdown,
but he also had a fumble. Oh, so that's we got to talk about everything, man. Points, positive and negative. Teddy B didn't have to do much. Disappointing start. I believe he had about 6 fantasy points. Receivers didn't do much. No fan didn't do much. But that's what happens when you win a game 26-0. You're not really asked to do much. The defense played well.
Yes.
And that's really about it with that game. Dolphins, Raiders, which was probably one of the sneaky best games of the week.
It was. Jacoby
Brissett played well.
Derek Carr is on a mission. He's a man on a mission.
Let's talk. Peyton Barber was the man of this game.
He is too.
Peyton Barber was the man of this game.
23 carries for 111 yards and a touchdown.
And a touchdown. We'll never do it again.
And to set up the game-winning field goal.
We'll never do it again.
I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you.
Guys, run out and go pick them up on your way. I mean, guys did go do it. I'm not telling people to do it. I'm saying guys went and picked them up on the waiver wire. You can, no.
The only thing that hurts me, because I have Josh Jacobs, is that there's just that wasn't Josh Jacobs.
And it won't be Josh Jacobs either.
All right, man.
It won't be Josh. The Raiders' run game scares me, man.
Okay.
Kendrick was supposed to be better, but
we don't even have to talk much about Kenyon Drake, man. He's just there to, I don't know why.
You ready to put him in the he's not good category?
He's not good, man.
He's not good? He's not good?
He's not.
I tend to agree with that one. So from that game, Mike Gesicki, we had 10 catches, but
He
I've been
did.
86 yards.
He did.
You got to get me over 100 when you have 10 catches, man.
All right, that's being greedy.
You're not a
man.
running.
That's being
He's not a
greedy.
running back, bro. These are not screens where
You're right.
sometimes you might get dumped behind the line of scrimmage and lose 5 or 6. We're talking about a tight end.
Yes.
When you have 10 catches, I need over 100 yards.
Oh yeah, 10
Yeah,
catches.
10 catches. I need
Yeah,
over 100
yeah,
yards. That's
yeah.
not greedy. That's facts.
No,
if
it's
you
facts,
have
facts.
10 catches, I need over 100 yards. Not 86. That's not enough for me. But I believe he's available on a lot of people's waiver wire.
Yeah.
Is it a rapport with him and Jacoby Brissett that him and Tua just didn't have? He might be a guy to just play these couple of weeks until Tua comes back.
And the thing about that Dolphins offense, besides Myles Gaskin, I don't even know if he even had a good game. I'm not sure. I don't know.
It's the Dolphins offense, regardless of quarterback, there's nothing.
Will
for me.
Fuller, not there.
No.
Jalen Waddle.
No. Yeah, but
Preston Williams. Devontae Parker.
No.
Okay.
No.
That's a lot of no's.
That's a lot. No.
And that's the thing.
No.
And we expect Tua to just be there like, okay. Tua doesn't look good either, but the weapons around him.
I don't expect anything from Tua, man.
Exactly.
I don't expect anything from Tua. I really don't. I really don't.
And we look harder and harder, and we look, are those real weapons around him? Because I just brought up everybody, you just said no.
But the thing is, I wasn't saying no last year when it's Ryan Fitzpatrick.
You're right.
Right?
You're right.
I wasn't saying no last year.
You're right.
So, got to be Tua. And now Jacoby Brissett. So,
on to.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, on to.
Speaking of that guy that has that game that you see ever so rare, but once he has it, you just got to have him in your lineup. Mr. Deshaun Jackson, the man of the hour in the Buccaneers versus Rams game, where he has a 3 for 120 in one game. Talk to me about that.
Matthew Stafford. That's the one person I got to bring up.
Skipped over my whole intro to Deshaun Jackson. I just gave you an alley-oop and you smacked it away, man. Dunk that, man. Come on.
I'm going to dunk it now. I'm going to dunk it right now. Deshaun Jackson.
Stay away from him.
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that.
You do not want that headache, people.
And you will never, I don't think you will ever start him because you just never know.
No, the thing is, people that's going to get him are going to start him this week because of what he did the previous week. And he's going to disappoint, but then you remember when you want to bench him, but man, we're at one play. I'm one play away from 15 points. I got to play him.
Yes.
He disappoints. And then you sit him on your bench after 2 weeks, and that's when he goes and have another 4 for 135 and 3. So
I would just stay away entirely.
Yes, just you do not want the headache. Stay away from Deshaun Jackson. People, stay away.
Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp.
Matthew Stafford is the one guy that's competing with Kyler Murray for league MVP right now.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think they're 1 and 1A. I can't. Kyler Murray was my pick, but Matthew Stafford is already. I know it's early to talk about the MVP ladder, but he's climbing up that MVP ladder.
That change of scenery and that offense,
How do you feel if you Jared Goff right now? Like, you just felt whack? Like, look at this offense without me, man.
but then again,
I'm whack like
but then again, you look at Matthew Stafford was stuck in Detroit.
I get it, but I'm saying if you Jared Goff, this offense is night and day.
You're right. It is,
man. Is he just that whack? I know we always piled on him and talked about him and he became a running joke, but
the only thing that I'm going to hope about
might not really be a joke anymore.
The only thing that I'm going to hope about is you got TJ Hawkinson there, feed him the ball.
I got you.
But
there's no receivers to speak of.
You're right. It's night and day with those two.
Yep.
It's night and day.
Tampa real quick. Tom Brady.
Tom Brady does what Tom Brady does. 300 and touchdowns. Gronkowski got a little nick.
He did. Oh, nice hit to the ribs.
Yeah.
Clean hit. Nice clean hit to the ribs. Mike Evans with nothing is cheap in fantasy, but last drive goes over 100 yards receiving, gets that bonus for whoever plays with the bonus when a guy goes over 100.
Chris Godwin got a rushing touchdown.
A rushing touchdown to
We'll take that, baby. Let's go.
We'll take those points. Come on, point to point.
Leonard
we'll take
Fournette,
that.
No.
You do not want any
Ronald
Buccaneers
Jones,
running back.
no.
You want
Giovanni Bernard, no.
Panthers running back. Cut them all. Cut them all.
Tampa Bay backs, you don't want none of them. All. Even tight ends besides Gronk, OJ Howard, no. Cameron Brate, no.
What happened to this guy, man? No. So we move on to Seahawks Vikings. We already talked a lot about Kirk Cousins. But you spoke about that for about 20 minutes to begin the show.
Alexander Madison had rushed for over 100.
Thank you, Alexander Madison, for finally showing up on the game where Dalvin Cook was out. Normally, you're that guy. Dalvin Cook is out. Everybody runs to get Alexander Madison, and he disappoints. He shows flashes when Dalvin Cook is there, when he spells him.
Yes.
This is the that I can the best that he's looked in a game with Dalvin Cook was out. He was asked to be the man. He performed as the man, and he was worthy of that. Well, you probably already maybe you had him on your team already. But he was worthy of actually being placed into your lineup for one of the first times ever that I can remember in recent memory. So kudos to you. We knock people whenever they play bad, so it's only right that we applaud you when you play well. Great job, Alexander Madison. Shut up.
Justin Jefferson scored.
He scored a touchdown. He found the end zone.
Man, if I could have did that, bro, if I could have did that whole dance that they be doing, what is it called? So what's the dance called? The gritty, bro. If I could have did that in the end zone, I would have jumped up right now and I would have did. I don't know how to do it. I'm doing, man. I'm not even gonna try to embarrass myself right now.
That's no,
not that. But I'm talking about the whole thing where I'm good off that. But
I got you. I would get up and do it, but the tight clean is here. I got you right now.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. There you go. There we go.
I got you, baby.
Oh, man. Let's talk about Seattle for a second.
We have to.
I mean, we don't have to, but it's fantasy. We have to. Russell Wilson does what he does. DK Metcalf.
He had the game because Tyler Lockett went out. He went out. So, like always with Seattle, it's going to be one or the other.
It's never going to be one or the other. It's never going to be both.
Just, you're going to play them, though. Chris Carson had a 30-yard touchdown. Looked slow as ever, but he didn't make it to the end zone. But enough said with that game. Now we move on to the Sunday night game, which was Packers and 49ers. Another good NFL game.
It was good. It was a good NFL game.
Jimmy G is holding his 49ers team back, man.
Okay.
I need Trey Lance in that lineup, man.
And, I
need Trey Lance in that lineup like yesterday.
Yeah, we do. Let's start off with the Packers. Aaron Rodgers.
Great.
Devontae Adams.
Great. Did get hit, but Devontae Adams goes out. Bro. And he made it back into the game. Come on.
He's not supposed to.
Come on. I'm not a hater. We play it. Sorry. Got a little static going on, but we're not going to let that stop us. Talk about player safety.
Yeah,
come on, guys. Come on.
You have to do better. NFL has to do better.
Come on. The man was laid out for a little while, man.
And when in doubt, go to your guy. Go to 17. He took them down the field. Aaron Rodgers took him down the field. 2 plays.
On 2 plays? How's he open like that?
How does he get behind
That's the guy he's going to. That's the guy he's going to.
We know that. And we're not NFL coaches. We know that.
Defensive coordinators get paid millions of dollars to come up with schemes to stop these plays, man.
49ers offense. Trey Sermon.
Bye-bye.
I picked him up.
Bye-bye.
I picked him up.
Bye-bye.
Put him in the lineup.
Bye-bye.
Say it again.
Bye-bye.
Say it one more time.
Bye-bye.
Panic or patience. As we can see, I'm a little frustrated. Panic or patience
a little frustrated.
On George Kittle. I'm panicking.
It's time to panic. And the reason why you panic is because Jimmy G's not good. All he does is win. He went with strictly fan. I know he's good for the 49ers. Yes. Fantasy, he does nothing for any of their weapons. Their team is too talented to be held back by this guy, man. You have Ayuk. You have Debo. You have Kittle. You have 5 million running backs.
You have a whole bunch of running backs.
There's no reason why this offense. You have a coach who's supposed to be innovative. There's no reason why this offense looks so blah. Yeah, at times. That's the word. It's just like,
it looks,
and then Trey Lance comes in and scores his second
rushing touchdown.
Yeah. You know this man has the same amount of touchdowns as Zach Wilson?
Yeah.
And played how many less snaps? Like
whole bunch.
He actually probably looked the best out of all rookie QBs, to be honest with you. So
he does.
In his limited snaps, he has 2 TDs, 1 rushing, 1 receiving. Passing. I'm sorry. And on to the last game of the week, Eagles and Cowboys. Zeke Elliott, 95 yards, 2 TDs.
Tony Pollard.
Yeah, that's the thing. They made Tony Pollard do all the work. Zeke get all the glory. Dak looked good. You don't want Dak to take so many sacks, though. He did have, he got sacked about 4 times, something like that.
Yeah, and one of those hits, man, they just came in.
Yeah,
you couldn't throw
you gotta
it out.
avoid those, bro.
Yeah, you can't.
And it's from a Giants fan, but as a guy that enjoys watching you play football, he's good at what you do. We don't want to repeat it last year. Knock on wood. We don't speak about injuries, things like that here, but protect yourself. That's all we're gonna say. Yes. Protect yourself better than that, man.
And I'm gonna bring this up. Mm-hmm. How does CeeDee Lamb look? I remember
the thing is,
he did have the big catch to stop him at the one. He did have
if
that.
If he scores on that,
if
that's
he scores
that's a 13, 14 point play.
But he didn't score.
Yeah, he didn't score.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah, but we're talking about him a whole lot different had he scored on that play.
Hold on. Where's my camera? Where's my camera? Oh, it's right here, right?
Where's your camera?
And I'm going to look at the camera and I'm going to tell you, all these people on Twitter, Instagram, these experts, where's all the love? Whoa, Amari Cooper's the number one there. And it's no debate. It's no debate. Everybody was hyped about CeeDee Lamb.
But at the same time, Amari Cooper didn't play great, man.
No, but
he didn't play great.
Wait. Who's on him? Darius Slay. Darius Slay isn't a slouch. Darius Slay Jr. is not a slouch.
Like 4 years ago in Detroit.
But it doesn't matter. He's not a slouch. He's not a slouch.
That man is more name than game right now, man.
It could be
his reputation supersedes what he does on a week in and week out basis.
I'm not seeing everybody.
Amari Cooper is supposed to be. He's supposed to be matchup proof. He's really not.
Who? Amari Cooper? Okay.
He's supposed to be.
But CeeDee Lamb's not This is my problem here. It's everybody thinks CeeDee Lamb is the one, Amari Cooper's the two, right? Okay. But where are
if both guys are playing their best, who's a better wide receiver? That's the question.
Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper. They're making it seem like CeeDee Lamb is top 5 and Amari Cooper is like ranked 20th.
What can Amari Cooper do that CeeDee Lamb can't do?
No, but what can CeeDee Lamb do that Amari Cooper can't?
He should go up and get that ball. Amari Cooper's catching that 44-yard pass. And I know this is contradicting what we said because we spoke about the Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb compared to the Mike Evans, Chris Godwin thing. But I think I'm starting to see why people believe in CeeDee Lamb over Amari Cooper.
Okay.
Like it's
well, maybe this is just for me. I just
you
thought
like the slow and steady.
But I just thought the way how everybody spoke about CeeDee Lamb, like he's gonna come out here and catch fire like that, 25, 30, 40 points. That's what everybody hyped him up to be, and he's not that.
It hasn't happened. No, but it hasn't happened. But again, like we say, for the guys that the whole point of Panic or Patience, for the guys that we like, it's only week 3.
Yeah,
but for the guys that we don't like, it's panic. CeeDee Lamb is one of those guys that we like.
No, so I'm not saying about. It's
only week 3.
No,
man.
I'm not saying
it's only week 3.
Listen, and he's a great wide receiver. I'm not saying, but I'm saying where is this hype? Everybody was hyping. That's my only issue. I'm not saying CeeDee Lamb it's not good. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
Where is the hype? The hype. That's it.
Yeah.
Where's the hype? I don't see it. I don't know if you see it.
Oh, you're asking why the hype?
No. Yes, for fantasy.
Why
fantasy.
the hype? Why the hype?
Why is it?
Okay. People, you can answer that question.
That's it. Please.
You can answer
let
that
us
question
know.
in the comments.
Well, actually, you know what? Let me know. He's probably on the boat with you.
Let
me know.
I see what people see in CeeDee Lamb. Maybe not top 5 as you wanted to say that.
No, I'm talking about fantasy.
Yeah, I know that. I get that.
Not talking about.
I get it.
Because hey, CeeDee Lamb's a beast.
Yeah,
but
I got you.
Fantasy wise.
So that ends the recap of Sunday's games, and on to the next slide. What are we going to talk about? Damn. I don't want to get sued by playing the graduation song, but this is part of the show.
Ooh, is that a drum roll in the back? Did I just get a drum roll?
It sounded like it. Let me get that one more time. I thought I heard that. That's the part of the show where. Let me get that. Hold on. No, Joe, with the production. I see you, baby. I see you. Where Mr. Daniel Dino Thomas talks about top quarterback hit in his eyes. It's not always the highest scorer.
It's not.
It's the DINO'S list.
Yes.
His top quarterback, his top running back.
Yes.
His top wide receiver.
Yes.
And his top tight end
for the week.
And week 3's nominee, well, not nominee. They're not nominees because
nominees.
The award winners are
Josh Allen's the quarterback.
Josh Allen is the quarterback. Had 40.22 points against the Washington football team.
Yes,
great performance. Very deserving, man.
Running back Peyton Barber,
the one hit wonder.
Yes, it was
the one hit wonder.
It was actually between him or Alexander Madison, and he scored that touchdown.
Peyton Barber edged out Alexander Madison. Both deserving, so I clap it up for both of them. But I can't be mad at this choice, even though Peyton Barber will never do it again. But
for my wide receiver, it was either Devontae Adams, but It's too easy to put Devontae Adams there.
So who is it?
It is
so
too
you gotta
easy.
say it for the people.
It is Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson.
You gotta describe.
And all of y'all, I don't know if you guys are watching video or watching on YouTube, or if you guys are listening, he right now just did the whole dance.
I got you. That's for all the Justin Jefferson managers right there, baby. I got you.
There we go. And for our tight end, well, not for our tight end, for my tight end, on the DINO'S list, Tyler Conklin
of the Minnesota Vikings. Interesting choice.
Yeah, I think he had. I don't even know, but I know he scored.
He scored. He did score.
He had like 80 or 90 yards. That's great for a tight end. That is great.
That's probably more than he had the rest of his career.
And for me,
a lot of people, but
Kirk Cousins, that just goes to show you that
You've mentioned Kirk Cousins already
is
too much this
slaying
week, man.
The Rock. I'm sorry. I am sorry.
Kirk,
I had to say it.
man.
I had to say it. I have to say
Want
it.
Kirk to come co-host with you next week, man? On his bye, we'll find him on his bye week.
Kirk, man.
We'll find him on his bye week.
On your bye week.
We'll find him on his bye
Unedited.
week.
Unedited's here for you.
Man. Oh, whenever they play the Giants or if they come to town, play the Giants or Jets. Let Kirk Cousins come sit in studio with you for
need that
10, 15
I
minutes.
need that.
You want to co-host the whole show or 10, 15 minutes with you?
I just gotta talk to him. I just wanna have him.
You just want to have a conversation? Just shake his hand, give him a hug.
Shake his hand and be like, hey man, you're doing your thing. You're doing your and I know it's early. He's doing his thing.
Hopefully it continues.
Hopefully. I hope it does.
Hopefully it continues. But and we move on to anything else that we're gonna talk about? Man, we've been getting these bomb burner, of course, sarcastically, Thursday night football game, Jaguars and Bengals. Who are your? Let's just talk real quick. Your must starts.
Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. Joe Mixon.
Hold on. Say Jamar Chase again?
Jamar Chase. There we go. There we go with the dance again.
I got you, baby.
There we go. And, as I said, must start. He's starting for me this week. Tyler Boyd. Yes.
Joe Mixon. I didn't hear that name.
I did. I actually.
You said Joe Mixon?
I did say Joe Mixon.
Oh,
I said.
Maybe I was too busy thinking about doing the dance.
No. It's just because you know why. This is exactly how I said Joe Mixon. It's just Joe Mixon.
And the Jaguars, do you insert J-Rob in the lineup?
Yeah. I do.
You playing with confidence now?
I think that's it. Nah, I'm not playing with confidence.
Not with confidence. Marvin Jones Jr. He's a safe pick. You can place him in your lineup. And remember, people, word of advice: if you are playing a Thursday night player, do not put him in your flex spot. Put that man in the lineup. If you're playing Marvin Jones Jr.,
yes,
make him your wide receiver. You're playing him anyway. Do not lose your flexibility.
Okay.
Because you get what I'm saying? You understand that point? Do not lose your flexibility. If he's going to be a wide receiver on your team, use him out as a wide receiver, because now if something was to happen and you use up your flex spot, you're forced to use a wide receiver. Whereas you make him a wide receiver, you can use in that flex spot a running back. Do not waste the flex spot in an early game.
Tell him.
Do not waste the flex spot in an early game.
Tell him.
And also, real quick, right now I believe we're at 60.
60.
Guys, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. We want to try to reach 100 subscribers.
Yes.
Tell a friend. Just pass the word, man. It's a fun show.
That's all we need, man.
We just ask, help us to get to 100 subscribers, man. We're at 60 right now. I believe that was the latest tally, right?
Yes.
Something around there.
Yes.
So help us get to 100, guys. We appreciate the love, appreciate the support. I know we say it but it's true. We only repeat it because it's true. That's the reason why we keep repeating it. It's because it's true. And as we go out, Nojo plays the music. I'm gonna take y'all out with the gritty one more time.
There we go. One more time.
That song for me, Nojo.
One more time before we go.
Let the beat come in. Come on, you gotta do it.
I can't do it. I'm not doing it. Nah, I'm not doing it. There we go.
I got y'all. Let's go. And we out. See y'all next week.
We are out.
Well, actually, not next week. See you Friday for the Sunday preview. I apologize for that, but one more time.
There we go. And we are Unedited.
We out.
That was good.